You'd hear a lot of people say, what are you working on? I'm working on a movie called Cars. Oh, Cars. Is that going to work? Well, yeah, of course it'll work. It's animation. You can animate anything. Character animation is the performance and the emotion and getting the audience to believe that a toy or a bug or a car or a rat or whatever it is has a soul. John did it with Luxo in his first film. He suggested eye direction without eyes, and he suggested a parent and a child just by the way they moved.
I think Cars is the most John movie that Pixar has made. Taking that ubiquitous inanimate object that people they don't even notice, and you give it an entire epic story and a population that's completely personified in this movie with Cars.
You have to immerse yourself in the actual physics of the thing you're animating. The first tests we did looked wrong. You know, they looked like cartoons. The weight wouldn't be right, the physics wouldn't be exactly right. They would look kind of light.
Yeah, these cars talk, and yeah, they move and they bend, but they can't look like rubber. You have to have truth materials. It is metal, and it is paint, and you can only bend it so far before chrome would crack or paint would chip off. We want people to look at it and say, that's 5,000 pounds moving around.
You come up with new ways to translate into this new body type, but the basic nuts and bolts of acting don't really change. So we have characters that obviously have no arms, no legs, no elbows, no knees, and there's a whole kind of gesturing vocabulary that we all of a sudden don't have.
The hard thing about Cars was figuring out how to emote with these characters that were essentially just heads on four wheels. And those heads weigh 3,000 pounds and they're made of steel. How do you animate a whole world of characters without arms and legs and have differences in the way that they act? You try to study each character and the elements of the character that are going to make them unique, and also study what's unique about that model car.
This man is a good man, and
you know, the sheriff, the way that his suspension was really soft and his tire pressure was much lower. So rather than focusing on the fact that they don't have arms and legs, you focus on what they do have.
Ultimately, it was all about their faces, and we had to become even better experts at animating faces.
Expression's not quite right yet. What I'm missing is a sense of determined confidence. Like he's not like, you know, that, but it's just a little like, I can do this, right?
The animators get the line reading, they get a shot, but usually it's just a camera setup in the character, a rough environment, and they have to gesture by gesture piece together a performance. Every shot's the opportunity to jump into another character's skin.
Punch me in the face.
In a way, I think to really be an actor and to really have range is simply just to be able to give yourself up to whatever the character's doing. You can't judge the character.
Punch me in the face. Gotta make him a little more desperate.
There's a moment in the film when Luigi gets to meet a Ferrari. And there's these little ticks that watching Tony Shalhoub, when he's doing the recordings, he's
Guido, there is a real Michael Schumacher Ferrari in my store. I must be dreaming. I must be. Punch me, Guido. Punch me in the face.
At first, I just had him talking. Guido, this is a Ferrari, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, John came in, and being John go, no.
I would amp up maybe through the high frequency little shakes of just the excitement of just.
And on one sense, it's just this one line, and it's this one emotion of, hey, your idol just showed up, and you're excited, and you want to tell your best bud, but you don't want him to know that. But when you go to execute it, you have to think about all these things like, you know, I don't want to miss a second of this.
This is the most glorious day of my life.
Wow.
It's almost like you're translating all this stuff into your car language of what you have at your disposal.
You ask Any animator that worked on the show, at the end of the production, they would say that it was fun. It's fun to have that limitation, because you end up having to come up with creative solutions.